Hello, my name is Amado Cruz, and you might be wondering, how do you start using ChatGPT? Well, the first step is to go to openai.com/ChatGPT/overview, where you can access the chat interface completely for free. Here, instead of typing in a question, you can click one of these pre-made questions, like, plan a mental health day to help me relax. And immediately, ChatGPT is thinking about your question and gives you a plan for your morning, mid-morning, afternoon, late afternoon, and evening. It then asks you a follow-up question. Would you like suggestions for any specific activities or tips on how to unwind even further? I personally like going for a walk and reading. Okay, so just type in your response here, and then click enter. And now ChatGPT is analyzing your response and using it to formulate a personalized answer tailored to your preferences. So this is ChatGPT's response. That's wonderful. Both walking and reading are great ways to relax and clear your mind. Let me tweak your mental health day plan to incorporate those activities and give you a new plan incorporating walking and reading. What's great here is that you can actually use ChatGPT for free without signing up for an account. I really want to emphasize, though, that the best way to use ChatGPT and think about ChatGPT is as an ongoing conversation. The more ChatGPT gets to know you and what you're looking for and your preferences, the more tailored the responses are going to be. So now what I'm going to do here is, I like this plan, but I also want to incorporate yoga. So here I'm going to give ChatGPT additional feedback to improve its plan even further. And now here, you can see it's added a little bit of yoga in the morning, right when I wake up, a little more here, and then some more yoga in the evening. And so what I did here is gave ChatGPT feedback to improve its answer. And then it came back with an answer even more personalized to my preferences, because now it includes the walking, reading, and yoga. Now, even though you can use ChatGPT without creating an account, I highly recommend you create an account so that ChatGPT can remember your conversations and update its memory so that it can give you better, high quality, more tailored answers in the future. That way you're not starting from scratch every single time. So to do that, just click sign up here, and then you could create an account with your email address. You can also log in with Google, Microsoft, or Apple. So go ahead. I'll just sign up with a fake email. Okay. So now you see what the next step is. So after you put in your email, it asks me for a password. It's going to want at least 12 characters in the password. So go ahead and do that. It's now going to send you a verification email to your email address. So go ahead, open that email, click on the link inside the email to verify your email address. And once you've verified your email and logged back in, you'll see a screen like this. This is ChatGPT's web app interface on the free plan. So on the paid plan, for example, you have a few more model options here. On a free plan, you'll be using the ChatGPT model that's already pre-selected. Before we start having a conversation with ChatGPT, let me point out a couple of things in this interface. So this central area, this is where you're going to be having the conversation with ChatGPT. So for example, let's ask ChatGPT to create a business plan for a local donut shop. You could type anything you want here. I'm just giving you a sample instruction. And as you can see, ChatGPT is already creating a business plan for my local donut shop. Here it just keeps on going. As you scroll down to see the rest of its response, you can see it's outputting the information in real time, including the executive summary, the company description, market research, and more. Now, if you ever want to stop, let's say you messed up the prompt or you want to ask something else, you can click on this button to stop the generation. As you can see, it kind of just stops mid-sentence. And that's really useful if you kind of realize that the prompt isn't that great or it's not specific enough. You can go ahead and edit it by clicking edit message. So let's say we want to add additional detail and create a business plan for a local donut shop in Miami. So, okay, here I'm editing the prompt, adding more detail, and clicking send. Now ChatGPT is going to try again using the additional information. What's cool here is you can see the previous response as well. So these buttons here toggle back and forth. This was the first prompt I put in without specifying the location. And this was ChatGPT's answer. And if you click on the toggle again, you can see that ChatGPT's answer for the updated prompt. And what I'm calling prompt is just me talking to ChatGPT. In the context of interacting with ChatGPT, everything you tell ChatGPT is essentially a prompt. So you can see here it's creating the business plan, but you can also ask questions, ask for explanations, ask for definitions. You could ask it to update its previous response, for example. And here you can see the end of the ChatGPT's response. And it usually auto-suggests follow-up questions that you might want to ask, like what's the break-even time that you're forecasting? How much is it to franchise? You could go ahead and click one of these to get ChatGPT to answer these follow-up questions. Or you can type another follow-up question here. As you can see on the left-hand side, ChatGPT automatically gave a name to our conversation based on the topic that we're discussing, right? I asked for a business plan. It gave me a business plan in summary, so it titled our conversation, Miami Donut Shop. So this is super useful to go back to the previous conversations that you've had with ChatGPT and easily reference them by what you were talking about. Now, you can go ahead, edit this name. So if you click rename, you can go ahead and change the title to say Donut Shop Miami. Okay. You can also share this conversation. Let's say you have a marketing partner who wants to use the research and recommendations from ChatGPT. You go ahead and click share, then create link, and you can copy this link and email it, or you could directly send it via LinkedIn, Facebook, Reddit, or Twitter. And then down here below our conversation are previous conversations that you've had with ChatGPT. So obviously if you're brand new and logging in for the first time, this will be empty. But as you have more and more conversations with ChatGPT, this left sidebar will populate with all the different conversations you had. All you have to do is click on this conversation and it'll take you to the full conversation history. You could even ask it follow-up questions, even if you had these conversations back in 2023. And now, the last thing I want to show you is, let's say you go to a previous conversation you've had. How do you create a new chat? Well, you just go to this icon in the upper left-hand corner that says New Chat. Go ahead, click that, and it's going to open a blank screen where you can ask ChatGPT a question or click one of the suggestions. Let's say you wanted to create an illustration for the donut shop. And what's really cool here is that we're now showcasing ChatGPT's multimodal capabilities. And again, all that means is it's in addition to text, it's also going to be working with images. Multimodal just means multiple modes. In this case, text and image, right? My prompt is just text consisting of 2 sentences asking for an image, and then ChatGPT replied with an illustration. Let's say we want a logo for the donut shop, which was one of the suggested follow-up questions. Now, it's going to ask you a bunch more questions about the logo. Let's just answer them really quick for fun. Let's just call it Vice City Donuts and pink. I also would like to include a donut in the logo, and let's see what it produces. So, it spelled some words wrong. Text and images is still a pretty difficult problem, so AI currently isn't super great for that, but I do like that it tried to make it modern. It made it pink. It also has a donut in it. And so just in the past 10 minutes, right, we've gotten to a business plan for a hypothetical local donut shop in Miami, as well as a couple of pictures showcasing a donut. And all this is on the free plan, right? We haven't paid for ChatGPT at all. The benefit of signing up is that ChatGPT remembers all your previous interactions and history and will start to learn your preferences over time and what constitutes a high quality answer. So I highly recommend signing up for an account, even just a free account, so that you can have the conversation history with ChatGPT. Well, that basically covers everything you need to know to get started using ChatGPT. You don't need to download anything fancy, no additional apps or anything like that. Just go to chat.openai.com, start having a conversation there, and when you're ready, create a free account, log in. It will look like this interface, and your conversation saved on the left-hand side. Again, my name is Amado Cruz. I hope you find this video helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe and follow. Thank you.